Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I do appreciate it. I told myself I wasn't going to do this video. Told my wife I wasn't going to do this video. But after some of the stuff I've seen, things I'm hearing, what the heck, I'm going to go ahead and do the video. If you have seen the movie Leaving the World Behind, stick with me and let's see if we can extrapolate some information out of it that may be good for the prepping community. If you have not seen that movie, you want to stop this video now, and if you want to go watch it or you want to see it, go do that and then come back and watch the video, because I don't want to spoil anything for you. So there's your warning on that. Okay guys, let me say up front, I am not going to get into any arguments or debates over the minutia, over the political innuendo, any of that stuff. I'm not going to do it here. I'm not going to argue with anybody in the comments on it. This is strictly from my point of view as a prepper and looking at this objectively and practically. GH made a good move, I think, one of the characters in the movie. He lived in the city. He had this mansion he was renting out for Airbnb, apparently. He saw signs of trouble in the city, decided there was a blackout in the city. They were having problems. Nobody knew what was going on yet. He made a conscious decision to get out kind of to the countryside to his other home. Good decision. I've always said population centers are going to be where you do not want to be should an event take place. Now, there was a couple staying there at the Airbnb, as you know, if you've watched the movie, and he's kind of aloof. They're starting to get some warning signs on the TV, and national emergency alert comes up. That's something we do not, as preppers, want to ever see happen. But it does. You start to see the phones, computers, GPS signals all go down. We can learn something from that point there. You need to think about that. Do you have maps, paper maps, to go somewhere should your GPS be down? Do you have backups on paper of important information and documentation that you should have, that you may have online or, in an e-file somewhere? You need to think about that. We saw that not being able to, they couldn't simply just travel without having the GPS signals, and it wasn't there. Could that happen? Possibly, if the satellites got knocked out, if there was something that affected that, hackers got into some system. I'm guessing that could be a thing. And also, let's do a mental exercise. Don't look at your phone. Take out a piece of paper. Write down 15 phone numbers right now that you remember of your loved ones, of friends, family, whatever. Can you write down 15 without looking at your phone? If you can, you're doing better than a lot of people nowadays. Because nowadays it's call so-and-so, or Siri, text so-and-so. All right, well, anyway. So we got that. We've also got one of the kids gets a bite on his ankle, then his teeth start falling out. Is that from the bite, or is that from that sonic sound? Not sure. The crux of the matter is he was sick. Don't matter what his symptoms, he was sick. They didn't have any first aid books, but the one thing they did know is that there was a semi-prepper in the area that they could go see. Another lesson to keep in mind. If you're the prepper, be forewarned, they're coming to see you. If you had the foresight to stock up antibiotics, over-the-counter medication, bandages, things to look after yourself, and other people know this information, didn't take that opportunity, then they'll become looking to you. And it's up to you where you help them or not. In the beginning, Kevin Bacon, who plays the prepper, he wasn't really having it. And they were friends, but then it became to an armed standoff between the two. That's what society would come to. I do believe that is reality. It would come to that. societal breakdown. Somebody needs something, they're going somewhere to get it if they can. If they're hungry, they're going to feed their family. It's just life. You can look this up. The biggest instinct humans have is the instinct to survive at all cost. Self-preservation. We're built that way. Kevin Bacon, rightly so, did not have to, or his character did not have to share medication. That's up to him and how empathetic he was. And eventually they resolved it and settled it. And Kevin Bacon's character got $1,000 for some pills. They didn't even say what they were. And then the other family got the medication. Then Kevin Bacon outed, and here's another thing. If you've watched my videos for a while, I talk about bunkers. Kevin Bacon outed to them, hey, if you don't have anything, and it kind of, I'm thinking subliminally in my mind, he probably did this on purpose, whether it was or not. He kind of outed another friend and said, hey, they got a big bunker. Did you hear about the bunker they had installed? You might want to go check them out over there. So basically he was getting them off of his back and putting them on somebody else's. That's my thoughts about bunkers. These people had built this huge bunker under their house. Really nice bunker. It looked like it was stocked to the hilt. Now it was good. They weren't home. Apparently got caught in the gridlock or got caught in the city. Didn't make it back. The $1 million bunker they had was great if you built it for a young girl to eat Cheetos in and watch Friends on your collection of DVDs for entertainment. That's what ended up happening. Real strange ending to the movie, but and as preppers too, one thing that got me was, as preppers, we're always wondering, where our next meal is coming from as far as preparedness. Have we prepared enough? Well, in the movie, if you have any self-defense tools or any items that can help you hunt, you could have venison 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, guys. There were more deer in that video, but I looked it up. They were all AI generated. So, plus they had a swimming pool full of water with a good filtration system. So they had food and water. As far as their medical, looked really bad. Preparedness as far as being able to get around, communicate, terrible. There was one self-defense tool that the family had. Kevin Bacon had one self-defense tool. You got to be mentally prepared should that standoff happen. What you going to do? If you're going to give in, you're going to give up, you're going to... These are things you got to think about. So there were some good points to the movie overall. I was not impressed. I'm glad I had it on Netflix. Everybody can say, yeah, I paid for it. I did through a subscription. But if I would have had to go to the movie theater and plop down $35, $40 for me and my wife to watch it, I would have come out really, really disconcerted. So anyway, that's my take on it. If you want to go to the other channels, they got them out there that are breaking it down minute by minute, frame by frame, that's describing all the symbolism and political input, all of that stuff. I'm not about all that. Really don't matter to me. I'm just looking at it practically and objectionally. And the only reason I'm bringing it up is because it's been interjected into the community and everybody's talking about it. So anyway, join me on my next video that I'm going to put out here in the next day or two. It's going to give you some tips and some items that could potentially save your life and your family's life. But until then, guys, I'm Tad. We will talk about it, and hopefully there will be no more movie reviews. You guys, thanks for watching. I do appreciate all my subscribers. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Take care.